But that drill music is a spirit. I mean, look at some of the content they talk about. Most people will say, "Oh, they're speaking their lives," and there's nothing wrong with speaking your life, truth. Or even if you made a fictional song, or what they used to call back in the day, a movie on wax. Okay, but when you're promoting and talking about actual murders, or you're talking about someone who was an enemy to you, whether you had something to do with killing them or not, and you're displaying their name or stuff like that, that's demonic. That's demonic right there. Like with Chicago drill, Tuka. When I first heard Chiefkeef, I thought Tuka was another name for weed. Cause, people call weed so many things: bud, chronic, chiba. Something that's another name for it. And then when I started to figure out that it wasn't, he was saying, fuck Tuka gang and all that. Okay, so it's a gang. Then as the stories come out, you see, Tuka was a young man that was murdered, and they sit there, dissing him in songs forever to this day. And then they would do it with other people, but he was the main one. Fuck Tuka, this, that, and the third. Then when you see the interviews with his mother, who still has to see this, has to hear this, and then it's worldwide. You got fans saying it, stuff like that, and her describing the day he died. And I'm not saying she's the only mother that should be, you should have compassion for, because all these mothers, whether their son was out there doing the killing or not, it's still death. Their sons are being killed and killing each other. And a lot of them, when you look at it, were friends. They were friends. Some of them were even family, cousins. And now they're killing and fighting each other. Fighting is one thing, but killing and gunning each other down and plotting on each other. And she's one of many mothers that has to hear their son being disrespected and things like that. They've gone even further with even putting pictures up of people dead in the casket, and they're making comments and things, just real disgusting shit. And I've seen videos and pictures of people going to people's graves, digging graves up, pissing on graves. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Just, my goodness. I have some people in this world that I utterly cannot stand. I cannot. And don't wish them well. I don't wish any good on them at all. But I don't wish death on them or their kids. If they do die, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not going to dance on their grave, piss on their grave. None of that. None of that. Not at all. Like this is this drill, and drill ain't the whole blame, because it just drill is gangster rap like on steroids. And it just was a whole nother thing. And you had some of these guys that were very talented. Like the drill style is not really a problem with that. It's the content, what's being said. Now, you see some of the Chicago guys, which they have drill also in the UK, and New York drill, which is just as bad as Chicago with the stuff they're doing and stuff. You got a lot of these guys in Chicago now. They say they are pushing peace. I don't know how true that is. I hope they are pushing peace. Hopefully it's not a farce to maybe get at enemies and lower their security. I don't know. But some of these guys say they're pushing peace. I hope that's what it is, but it's not enough. Like they all need to do it. Cease, even if they can't be friends. I understand they can't be friends with one another. Blood has been shed, people killing each other, and I understand that. But maybe a ceasefire, where if I see you somewhere, I'm not going to shoot at you. If you're in my neighborhood, I'm not going to do anything to you, or nothing like that. Something like that. A truce, if you will. Something like that. Because if you notice, these kids have these guns. Some of them have guns. They can't handle. They don't train with guns, so you don't know how to handle anything or anything like that. Or they got these spray weapons where you just pray and spray, whatever. and they go after their enemies, and you go after them, but you kill a bunch of innocent people or cripple a bunch of innocent people. You shouldn't be doing this shit at all, but if you're going to hit somebody, at least get the people you're going to get, not these people's babies and elderly people and other people that ain't even involved in this bullshit. And that's not just in Chicago, it's everywhere. St. Louis, here in Buffalo. The violence has risen here in Buffalo where I live. I live in Buffalo, New York. It is crazy. And speaking of that, summer's coming. And what's the first thing that we all say when summer comes? You know, of course, we're thinking about barbecues, pools, things like that. The first thing we all say, yeah, people are going to start tripping and getting stupid in the summer. That's the first thing we say. But you know why? Because that's what happens. People act fucking stupid. Fight. You can't fight. You got to get a gun or something, or you can't take an ass whooping. So you go back and get a gun to kill somebody or whatever. Or even worse, in some situations, you get in a fight with someone one-on-one. They go lie to their homies, charge them up. Oh, they jumped me. So now they're amped up. They're coming shooting up people's houses and things. And the women are just as bad as females, are just as bad as the guys. They're jumping people, cutting people's faces. They're shooting people. It's all a damn mess. It's all a goddamn mess, man. Just disgusting. I'm a licensed gun carrier myself, and I didn't get a gun. I mean, I enjoy guns. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy guns, but I didn't get guns to look cool, to be tough. I got guns for protection for myself and possibly other people if need be, because this stuff is crazy. But the new laws they're making for the guns are hurting the citizens. Not attacking the criminals. The criminals got armor-piercing rounds and guns you never seen before and stuff we can't even buy. Military-grade stuff. And with that being said, a number of military groups, active duty military guys in Chicago, all over the country, have been getting caught up in RICO charges and everything for selling guns to these gangs. The thing about it, the switch for the Glock, that was made for the military. So how's it on the street? The creator of the switch for the Glock, he's so upset with all the murders that are going on. He said he feels responsible. He's saying that I never should have made the switch because it was only meant for the military. But he can't really blame himself. He makes it for the military, and it gets out in the street. And we're not going to play games. We know how it goes out in the street. COINTELPRO never stopped. And you have agent provocateurs that keep things going on in all these neighborhoods, but especially in the predominantly black and brown neighborhoods. How many stories have you heard from old school gangsters that were in gangs that mostly they fought and stuff like that? How many stories? And you can go on the internet anywhere, podcasts, and listen to their interviews. They all have the same story. Oh, well, it's this area we were at, or we were playing, or blah blah blah. We blah blah blah. We find a crate of guns one day in the spot. There was never a crate of guns there before. They find a crate. You heard what I said? They said a crate, not just some guns laying on the street. A crate of guns. That's just like when COVID hit and people were rioting for George Floyd and things like that, and COVID, you saw the videos. These groups of guys leaving bricks out in the middle of the street for people to grab because they're playing on your emotions. You're angry. You're looking to. Oh, look, there's a pile of bricks. Come on now. But what do I know? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know nothing. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That's my time. This was the first episode of With All Sincerity. I am Mr. Sincere. I'm signing off. Have a good day.